Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is FQ Mom, Rose Fres Fausto.
and Anton Fausto the Son. Okay, so today the topic is going to revolve around the famous millennial term of treating yourself. So we want to ask the question, how do you know when it's the right time to treat yourself and when it's just being excessive?
Okay, of course, if you're gonna ask FQ Mom, I'm going to refer you to the third basic law of money. So for those who have been reading my articles, even our podcast, Anton, di ba? We've always mentioned that there are three basic laws of money. The first is
Pay yourself first.
yes, and then the second is get only into a business that you understand and seek advice only from competent people. And then the third law, which is to have an army of golden slaves before you buy luxury, seems to be the basic law that will be taken up for this episode because it's about treating yourself.
Yeah, but then my favorite law of money naman kasi would be the advice that Lola would always tell us. Was this Lola selling or Lola
Lola Pepay.
Pepay?
Lola
So,
Pepay.
mama's mama, I would say that you should
Live within your
live
means.
within your means but enjoy the fruits of your labor. So that's my favorite part, and especially this is something that's very appropriate and relevant, especially for people who are just starting to work or just starting to earn money. So shout out to all the graduates there.
Yes.
Congratulations. And since it's going to be the first taste of earning their money, it's different kasi from allowance and you get it every week. This one is it's really a job. And syempre, it's important to not spend it all, ganun, but you should also enjoy it every now and then. But then it's harder to tell what is this every now and then. How do I know if it's right na for me to enjoy these fruits of my labor?
You know, going again, continuing with Lola Pepay's enjoying the fruits of your labor. Live within your means, but enjoy the fruits of your labor. I liken this kasi to having a diet eh. So, di ba, if you want to be healthy and you try to keep a strict diet, always doing it, para bang you sometimes need a respite from that being frugal mode, no? Kasi parang if you're always so strict with yourself, you may set yourself up for failure kasi parang masyado namang mahirap i-sustain yon.
Yeah.
So I think that's also a very good parallelism for treating yourself. So when is it the right time to treat yourself? For me, if you're talking about luxury, I just give a easy to remember deadline. An easy to remember guideline.
yeah.
Yes, an easy to remember guideline. Which is buy luxury only if you can afford to buy 10 pieces of it. Kasi luxuries can be delayed. And in fact, it's better to delay it. Parang sometimes you enjoy it more
Yeah.
if you delay it because of the anticipation, di ba? Parang mas masaya yon eh. Kesa yung prematurely.
Yeah. But this is something that can be applied if you're going to buy something like, oh, I wanna save up for this pair of shoes or probably this new gadget, ganun. But then, like for me kasi, how I would like to treat myself, my way of spending my money is usually by traveling. So it's we going to a new place over the weekend or a beach. Kahit na I've been there na before, kasi this is something that I really enjoy. And it's hard kasi to categorize it because it's not necessarily a luxury.
Not just a luxury.
Yeah, it's
no?
more of the experience of going there. Syempre, the transportation, the lodging, the food, and everything. What would be your advice to someone like me na I prefer to I prefer to treat myself, quote unquote, by traveling more than buying or shopping.
Okay. So, if that's the case, basta my super guideline is don't borrow money to do things that are not really necessary. So, halimbawa, di ba yung iba, there's a seat sale, sige, pautang muna, or credit card that you cannot pay at the end of the billing period.
Yeah.
So, wag ganon.
So, it should be money you already have.
Yes, it should be used at, ayan, so parang first requirement, it should be money that you already have. It's free and it's not gonna be used for something more important. Like baka naman yan yung food food allowance mo for the week, hindi pwedeng gamitin
Yeah.
yon or pambayad pala ng tuition. So even if you have it, dapat it should be free of being used for more important, more necessary items.
Yeah, and I think that we have some tips, some guidelines, or some basic hacks on how to. Kasi when we think of luxuries or when you think of buying these luxuries and these extra comforts in life, sometimes people think it's you really need to have an excess of so much money before you buy these comfortable things. Because if you just focus on the rule, the guideline of having 10 times the amount before you buy it, chances are you're not gonna get to buy it. Chances are it's gonna take such a long time before you do it. But then what I would do, this would be my FQ Sun Kuripot tip, is that let's say I want to go out, go travel, my favorite example, travel for the long weekend. But then, hindi pa ako naka 10 times that amount. Yung style ko is, yung basic expenses ko for the week, medyo bawasan ko naman. As in, instead of eating out, baka, ako na lang, baon naman ako, or I'll go out after dinner na lang, something like that. Find those little hacks, or makikisabay ako, so that the money that you usually spend now, which is in your parang your habit now of spending, pwede siya mapunta sa luxury na you're saving up for. Pwede siya mapunta sa extra comfort that you want to be able to experience, to quote unquote treat yourself.
Okay, so what you're saying now is reallocation.
Yeah.
Reallocation of your cash. So instead of using it for eating out siguro, no? Ka muna mag-eat out for a few weeks para magamit mo for your travel. But you know what's also important to discuss here is that treating yourself doesn't always have to involve
Yes.
spending, di ba?
Kasi people always think naman that it so many things na naman kasi the way we look at life, the way we're always on our phones, always on social media, everything that's marketed and depicted to us as ways to relax and have a good time. Syempre may kasamang cost, may kasamang expense yan. Kasi why would you see an ad naman of a way to relax and treat yourself na walang gastos? Why would they be doing that? But we should understand that there are many ways to treat yourself. That spending, yes, is probably the most easy to understand way to treat yourself. Na, I want to treat myself. Sige, gastos spa or gastos vacation. But there are actually other ways na you just have to be a little creative and be more aware of what you have
Oh, sige,
to treat yourself.
let's try to para bang think of examples of that. If you are lacking in sleep, just sleeping is a great way to treat
Yes,
yourself.
college students,
alright?
I'm sure, can understand and relate to this.
Oo. So, ikaw, parang you're in need of that, ha? Your
Yeah.
voice is a little bit under the weather. So, yung mga ganon. And one more that I can think of, sometimes you just have to look around your house. Baka may mga nagregalo sa'yo ng mga really expensive, top-of-the-line tea na tagal mo nang nire-reserve or whatever that is, or a bath na, alam mo yung mga scents, kung minsan we get a lot of this and then we just pack them away thinking na, I'll use this for a special occasion or something. Nakakalimutan mo. So,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to look at those gifts and maybe it's time
And you
to
make
open and
you make
use
those
them.
special occasions ordinary days, as in
Yes.
after a long tiring
day.
week of work or school. Why don't you just try to, instead of waiting for your birthday pa to do that, you can make those your mini special days. One of my examples would be, there are times when I go to bed early and I still have a lot of time. Ginagawa ko, I take my time talaga with my skincare routine.
Naks! Sino nagturo
It's
sa'yo?
something I've been
Parang hindi ako nagturo niyan.
yeah, it's been something I've been trying to focus more on. Taking care of the skin on my face. Kasi before, ano lang yan, tubig tsaka soap. Tapos, after a while, hindi pa dapat. You're not supposed to put soap, as in the normal body soap on your face. There's a facial wash muna. Tapos, toner. Tapos, moisturizer. So, yung style ko is kasi there are times na I go home late. Yung skincare routine, medyo yun, rushed na yun
Yes.
Just to get it done, just to, sabi lang I washed my face properly. But then when I have the time, the way I treat myself, I treat my skin well, is treating myself also means taking good care of myself. So yun, when it comes to skincare routine, I really take my time. Mga one song ako. Yung measurement ko by time is songs that's playing. So,
Ah,
at times I take a whole song just
ah,
to
to clean your
clean my
face.
face. Yeah.
Aba, talo yata ako ah. Oh, another thing that I can think of, those who are mga mahilig magluto, you have to take a look at your kitchen na baka may mga nakatago doon, yung mga special ano rin, appliances, mga special na gamit or ingredients
Yeah.
of a recipe that you've been wanting to make for a special occasion. Baka malapit na yung expiry.
Yeah.
So, ganoon, ano? Kasi it's something relaxing. It could also be a treat to yourself to do something in the kitchen. Set aside time and do that. Those naman who love to read, yung libro nyo na ang tagal-tagal nyo nang binili, sale sa National Bookstore. Come on, start reading it na. Take a chunk of time. Either lying down. Ako, I love to read lying down on bed. Some naman, they want to just have their feet up on the table. Meron silang drink on the side.
Yeah.
Kanya-kanyang style yun eh.
Not everybody has, another point, is not everybody has the same way of relaxing. Kasi di ako nakaka-relate doon yung reading na may drinks aside. Di ako masyado na-relax. I think I still get reminded of my
School ka
readings,
pa.
my readings in school. Yeah, mas gusto ko mag-ebook or mag-movie. Mag-movie na lang.
Oo.
Some people, they find the aircon, sobrang lamig na aircon very relaxing. Ako, not necessarily,
Ako
basta hindi
ayoko.
sobrang mainit.
Masyado malamig. Gusto ko rin na aircon, pero ayoko ng sobrang lamig. Ayoko pa. Baka malapit na if I start having my hot flashes.
Yeah. Okay, let's have like a recap
Okay.
on treating yourself. So first would be that it's important to remember the third law of money. It's the main reason naman kasi why we have to hold back on treating ourselves. You should make
an army of golden slaves before you buy luxury because this is the way to allow your money to maximize the magic of compounding.
yes. Okay, may question man ako. Let's say you already have, such a huge army
Of
these
golden
golden slaves and
slaves.
stuff. Zobel level or C family level ka na. It would be okay to treat yourself every day.
If that's what you like. Again, that's a very important...
If your hard work has already reached that stage na sobrang excess na talaga yung kita mo, I guess it would be already appropriate and okay to treat yourself nga every
Yes.
chance you get.
But then, may mga other moving factors dyan, Antone. So, is it something that they really like to do? Diba? Baka these people are really hardworking and what they really enjoy is to continue working. Diba? No? And also, the sensitivities of too much display of luxury. Parang that's medyo, kung minsan nakakahiya and it's not even classy to do that. Diba, no? Na, Diyos ko man.
I guess, I think, I'm pretty sure though, iba yung perspective ko on spending pa. Syempre, I'm still here. Kasi what I would think is, instead of grab share, I'll just grab car na lang.
So if that's what you're thinking
Those
na,
little things
they will
na
not
parang,
penny pinch anymore.
Yeah.
Hindi na talaga. So, in fact, you should really aim for that. You come to an age na because you've accumulated enough, hindi mo na kailangang magbuno-buno na magkwenta ng mga sentavo.
yeah, I guess that's yung lifestyle mo will be a little more expensive na talaga.
I just got reminded of something. Di ba yung sabi nga nila, the luxury of the ultra-rich is really, what was Smarty
health.
saying? Yeah, health and education. Di ba? Di ba? So, I think I wanna take this
Yung mga basic needs, parang na-upgrade
na talaga.
sila.
Oo. So, yun na. Hindi na, not too much really display of luxury na, I can afford
Jewelry,
this. Yeah,
ganyan,
so many
branded.
carats. Oo. Pero, I'm going to spend money to learn more about this thing. Yung mga ganun type.
It's like a Maslow's hierarchy
Yes.
of needs type of thing na once na-satisfy mo na yung mga basic needs mo, you go to something more profound, something more self-worth, looking for those type of stuff na since okay ka na sa mga no problem na talaga yung mga food, shelter, clothing, you look to satisfy mga quote-unquote greater needs.
Tapos ako din, may tip ako. Even if you're not yet that rich, parang not rich, even if you're not yet that rich, pwede ka nang maghanap ng mga parang moments where you can treat yourself na hindi naman masyado magastos, and try to understand kasi what you value in life eh. So, the way you treat yourself is different from the way X person treats himself, di ba?
Yeah.
Kung kanya-kanya yan eh. So, ito ang trip mo, kaya yung trip niya. But we really need this also as para bang spurts of inspiration, break, relaxation for our mundane routine in life.
It's something also we have to remember that it's important to have to help us work. Kasi people always think na vacation or enjoying treating yourself is to have a break from work, but actually it can help your work kasi
Yes. The break actually
the break
helps
can
you.
help you, in the long run it's gonna help your work. Well, I mean, if you have a break, syempre you're not doing anything that moment that directly helps your work, but it helps you
Yes.
improve on how you're going to be able to work since rested ka, recharged ka.
Yeah. Actually, this morning when I woke up, parang I'm in need of something like that. That's what I felt.
Okay, and the next one
Okay.
naman is to, yung pinaka-concrete measure na rin you can have. Two things. One is that before you buy a luxury or spend for one of these luxuries, mga comforts in life, see if you have 10 times muna.
That's
Of
just
that
a
amount.
rough, easy to remember guideline.
Yeah. And it's also I guess the easiest way to kind of stop yourself from
Kaya ko
impulse
naman to.
buying.
Oo.
And the last one is to never ever borrow
Yeah.
money for it or
luxury.
spend. And this is something that I have to be aware of kasi in my line of work, marami mga down payment. So tumataas na yung bank account ko. Wala pa akong work na ginawa.
Oo
sa
nga, no? It's not
So
yet
before
really
an event,
earned.
half the amount before the event or before I start making the choreography. So that borrowing would be borrowing from myself, from my future self. Hindi ko pa nagawa yung work, tas may
Yes.
na ako.
Correct. That's very nice. So, there you go. I hope this topic enlightened you, so that you'll be able to give yourself some treat in between the mundane everyday life.
Yes.
And still be guided on how to properly do it. If you have questions, do send us through.
AntonFausto@gmail.com. Once again,
This has been Rose, the mom.
and Anton the son. Catch us again next week for another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast.
Bye.
Mom and Son Podcast airs every Tuesday at 7 a.m. or at any time at your convenience and can be streamed through Spotify, Buzzsprout, and Apple iTunes, as well as a video version on YouTube. Just search Mom and Son Podcast for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between.